Welcome again to the Bob and Annie Show. It is RomeoRadio.org. I'm Bob.
I'm Annie.
We are the fastest growing show on the internet. Well, that's what I said.
That's because we keep eating too many cookies. That's why we're the fastest growing.
But we're going to look back now at the past.
Yeah, because we were cleaning out some stuff in the basement, and I found a bunch of magazines that I had bought 10 years ago. I've been lugging these magazines around with me forever.
So now it was worth it all, carrying all these heavy boxes.
Yeah.
You look back at 10 years and you think, are any of these people still around? Are any of these people making news? Are any of these people making money?
And it turns out some aren't. Yeah. Yeah, so we have the yearbook from People magazine that gets released in January. So it was looking back on 2003. So this is 10 years ago.
It's surprising to see a lot of the people are still popular.
They are.
I guess it's not that long ago, but
yeah. On the cover was Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. And
she was just Jennifer Lopez back then, right? No J-Lo, was she?
Yeah, no? I think she was in the.
What were they, Bennifer or something?
They were Bennifer.
Stupid.
Yeah. So there still is Bennifer, only it's a different Jennifer that Ben Affleck is with now. Now he's with Jennifer Garner, and they have 3 children together. So.
What does Tom Cruise call himself? Does he have somebody else? Remember, he was Tomcat or whatever the heck it was.
That was Tom and Katie. Yeah, that was Tom and Katie.
What is he now? He's nobody.
No, he's nobody. Now he's just Tom Cruise.
He's just a short man.
No more couches for him to jump on. So we took a look through the this People magazine yearbook, and
some of the old stuff that was going on, like Demi Moore. She was together with
they had just gotten together, Demi and Ashton,
which they just kind of broke up.
Yep. Yeah.
But he has a TV show and she has a dealer, or whatever she's doing. I don't know what she's doing, but it's odd. But she's not exactly Lindsay Lohan because she's old enough.
The Dixie Chicks were in here.
Dixie Chicks.
This was after the infamous insulting of the president, George W. at the time.
That went well. But I don't know, the Dixie Chicks, they had just talked about should they get together again?
Yeah, they were just in the news. And somebody was asking Natalie Maines what the future is holding for the band. And she really didn't have anything to say about that.
Does anybody care? Are they old? They're too old now to have babies, right? They were all having babies and they all quit.
They were all at that time.
Ooh, look at these guys.
Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken.
I never saw this. I never watched American Idol at the time.
I loved it.
Are they good? Are they good singers?
They're fantastic singers. They really are.
What are they doing now?
No, Clay Aiken, he was on Celebrity Apprentice. He's still recording stuff. Ruben Studdard.
He's a bouncer at a club in New York, is he? I don't know. What does he do?
He
must be something on Broadway.
No, I think he had released an album, and then he was just, his weight was ballooning out of control, and then he got like the lap band or something. He got the surgery, or maybe he didn't.
Oh, I thought that was the name of his band, the Lap Band. No.
Then he got like Then he lost a bunch of weight, and then he gained a bunch of weight, and then the record label dropped him. Poor guy.
He went to looking like Sinbad to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then back.
I think so. So, yeah, we haven't seen much of Ruben lately. And Ellen DeGeneres was just starting her show in 2003. She is celebrating 10 years. So...
so, different girlfriend, different show. Because she was with Anne Heche back then.
She was with Anne Heche back then. And, and here it says she's with Alexander Hedison, her girlfriend of 3 years.
Who is that?
I don't know.
We don't know.
That was after Anne. So, but before Portia. So.
She went with the high-end car, and she's happy now.
Yeah, she is. So.
Some of these stories, though, too, like you look back.
Well,
Hillary
when
Clinton,
you look back,
she's going to be popular. Her husband was one time the president of the United States, and she's still a factor.
Mm-hmm. Well, you look, they have some of the major headlines that happened back then. So, SARS happened in 2003.
Exactly.
And the blackout.
So that movie Outbreak would have been big back then, right? That was kind of around the same time as SARS with the Dustin Hoffman
Was it?
I think so.
And here we are doing research again.
Doing research on the fly. But there was I don't know, there was a monkey that was sick with AIDS or something in the movie. What was it? Outbreak.
Yeah, it was Outbreak, but I don't think that was 10 years ago. I think that was like
so they
3
did
years
after
ago.
SARS. They thought it was cool. It wasn't 3 years ago.
So the blackout of 2003,
blackout.
I remember that as well. The entire eastern seaboard went down. And
there was a blackout when I was
3 days. I was living in Toronto. It took about 3 days for that to come back. So
yeah, it was a long time.
It was.
I remember there's a blackout years ago. It just lasted one night in Los Angeles, and then they had a movie called The Blackout. I was stabbed in the shoulder that night. No, I wasn't. But
the crew of Columbia was sadly lost when they were coming back to Earth.
Yeah, that's a
That
sad
happened
one.
in 2003. That was sad. The Concorde took its last flight.
Mm-hmm.
That was the supersonic jet that you could fly from New York to Paris in 3 3/4 hours. That did its last trip. I actually saw
it didn't crash? I thought it crashed.
No, it didn't crash. No, it's just because it's expensive. It costs $9,300 for a round trip ticket on that thing.
That seems something like the Titanic. That is just too good to be true. And look at this lady in the SARS ad. She's got a flying Snoopy shirt. That also is not seen 9 years later, 10 years later.
So, also, a bunch of people got married 10 years ago that were famous. And so now we're going to play Who's Still Married?
Who's Still Married, ladies and gentlemen?
So I will state the couple, and Bob, you can guess whether or not they are still married. Okay. Matt LeBlanc, Joey from Friends, and Melissa McKnight.
I don't think he's married. I think it was a deal with a stripper or something gone bad.
You are correct. They ended up divorcing a couple of years later because of a night with a stripper in Canada.
Was it a boys' night with Mario Lopez, I think, is what had happened there. Definitely not Ross. People still call him Ross, I think.
He's Joey.
No, the other guy.
Oh, David Schwimmer?
I thought you were going to say, Ross.
Ross.
That's a lot of people say it.
Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Mark Wilkerson. They were married in 2003.
Are they still together? Sure.
Yes, they are.
They have a bunch of kids, don't they?
They do.
They have their own.
I think they have 2 or 3.
And they all each have shows on the Disney Channel.
Russell Crowe married Danielle Spencer.
I would say he's not married still. Do you think he is?
They are still married. They are. The bad boy is still chained.
Look what 10 years has done to him. A lot more moles and less hair, and now he's got a beard too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like the 10 is equal to about 20 years. Right?
He looks like that guy Ted Kaczynski.
Now here's one for you. I never thought we'd ever see this name again, which we haven't really. Geraldo Rivera married Erica Levy in 2003. Do you think they are still together?
I doubt it, because he has been a lot of places. He's had a lot of ladies.
You're wrong.
He's still married?
He is still married.
There was a big age difference, though, right?
There was. At the time, he was 60 and she was 28. So he is now 70 and she's 38. That's my age. Could you imagine if I was married to a 70-year-old? Well, you're close.
Now they're settling in. See, she's at that age where she's more mature, and he's in a wheelchair. No, he's not. He's still on he still has a show. Geraldo. He insulted some people a couple of years ago and had to apologize. I remember that.
I don't really pay attention. Oh, he's on Fox News. That's why we don't watch Fox News.
Fox News.
But they are still married. It was his 5th marriage. Maybe 5th time is the charm.
And he has a kid from each marriage. That's nice. Some people keep the ring. Mm-hmm. He just keeps the children.
And finally, John Leguizamo and Justine Moorer.
John Leguizamo. Does anybody remember this guy? He had his own show at one time, just kind of around when Ben Stiller had a show. And it was funny. It was a sitcom. It was funny.
Yeah.
I don't care, really. Is he married to her?
I think so. I can't remember. I did some research on this.
I don't
remember
because I don't know.
Because Johnny Leguizamo.
I
don't remember much about him and what he's done in the last couple of years. So, I don't know.
He apparently wrote a tell-all book. He had a tell-all book that I can't believe he said stuff about even DiCaprio and stuff. So now all he does is children's voices in shows. What did it say he did? Oh, he was a guest star on Dora. I think that was the most excitement that he had. Because he's Latin. They figured give it to him, you know? Give
He's
him a
only
break.
part Latin. Are they still married?
Justine? Is it
Yeah,
Justine? Yeah, she's still, that's still...
Well,
what else has he got?
Good for you, Leguizamo.
Well, his big movie was the one about the killer in New York. The Son of Sam, I think
Son
he
of
was
Sam.
in. That
I
was
remember him when he was in Romeo and Juliet, directed by Baz Luhrmann.
And he was Romeo?
No.
Oh, it was the other guy.
He was one of the
Oh, that's where he
Capulet
worked with, what's his name?
with DiCaprio, yeah.
That's where he said DiCaprio likes
Yeah.
prostitutes.
And he was also in Moulin Rouge.
Does he dance?
A little bit.
Really, eh?
He sang a little bit as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like Dirty Dancing Havana Nights?
No.
He doesn't go? No? He can't go? Nobody leaves Escuela in the corner. Whatever that is.
So let's talk about some
I saw Mel Gibson. Is he still popular? No. That was way before he started to talk about some things that he shouldn't.
There's also a section in here that covered the Oscars and the Grammys.
Which, let's getting back to Mel Gibson. Isn't it odd that he would make the most money of anybody in the world to produce and star? Well, did he star in the Jesus movie?
No, he did not.
Okay, I thought he played Jesus for a minute, but no, okay, he didn't. But he did a movie on the most popular Jewish person of all, and then he got a joke book, and he got drunk, and he ruined his reputation. And that's Hollywood. He's done.
He is done. But Jodie Foster thanked him at this year's Oscars for her, or was it the Golden Globes?
He must
was
have pictures or something.
Golden Globes?
One of them.
It was the Golden Globes. Yeah, where she had the long speech where she came out but really didn't. It's okay, Jodie. It's okay. Be loud. Be proud. It's fine. You're hot for 50, so...
Mel Gibson came out as a racist.
Yeah.
He's out there.
So yeah, so there's a section on here about...
so these are the big
nights of 2003 Oscars.
And Halle Berry was the big winner that year, wasn't she? She had the big kiss with the guy, Aaron Brody. Whatever happened to Aaron Brody?
No, it's Adrian Brody.
Adrian. Whatever happened to Aaron Brody? Whatever happened to
either of them?
Adrian Brody.
I don't know.
Nothing.
Yeah, she presented the Best Actor award to Adrian Brody that night, and that's when he planted that big kiss on her.
He was probably blacklisted after that.
No, I don't think so.
She was married to some gangster at that time.
The curse of winning your first nomination. It seems that when you win your first nomination, you get no work after that. If you are nominated over and over again, you continue to get work after having won. So Nicole Kidman won that night for Best Actress.
Speaking of nominees, I got a great story about Webster, but I'll tell you about that in a bit. So what has she really done besides make the news for her boyfriends fighting over her lately? Halle Berry? What movie has she been in? Probably something.
I don't know.
She still gets an invite.
She was a Bond girl.
So 10 years ago has passed. She still gets an invite.
Yeah, she does.
Nicole
Kidman,
sure.
She still gets an invite. Yeah, Queen Latifah.
They made her work at the one show. What was that?
Yeah.
One of the shows. Kate Hudson?
Kate Hudson.
What the hell was she ever nominated for?
I don't think she was nominated. I think she just gets invited because Goldie Hawn is her mom.
She does comedy type movies with...
Yeah, she does the rom-coms.
Me and Dupree.
Yeah.
She's not going to get nominated for that.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones won at 8 months pregnant.
Yeah?
Was it twins that she had or just one?
I don't know.
I don't know. She looked like she was pregnant with twins. Anyway, she won for Chicago.
She called them Kurt and Douglas? Or Kirk, can I guess? Kirk. I don't know.
The Grammy Awards in 2003, the big sweep was Norah Jones. She won Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Pop Vocal Female, and Pop Vocal Album, and Best New Artist.
She can still win a Grammy, but it's like Best Multicultural Banjo. Yeah. It's different now.
I like her stuff.
Although she was nominated for one of the movies.
For an Oscar, yeah, she was nominated.
For the Ted movie. She sang the song. Yeah, you didn't like the movie at all. No. And I think the bear came out and sang with her.
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani was...
I don't know if she'd make a Grammy anymore, but she went back to No Doubt.
Dixie Chicks won... they won for country album, best country album. Yeah. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. They're a country band.
Polka. Best polka production.
Best polka.
Ashanti, I see her. I don't know who she is. I don't know what she sang, but she's gone. Her and this Maya. I remember Maya was popular at one time. I think they're all living in a home
Maybe
somewhere.
they could gather them all up and form a new super girl band.
They should tour.
I think they should.
The girls you never really cared about but want to hear.
And
they could get that Natalie Imbruglia or whatever, however you say her name, the torn girl.
Imbruglia, yeah.
Na na na, I'm torn.
And the MTV Awards, Beyonce was there. Beyonce still kicking it on the red carpet. Kicking it. I think that was a term used in 2003, kicking it.
They were
Justin Timberlake.
Everybody knows him.
Yep.
And,
that was just after him and Britney broke up. And then he wrote a fantastic album with his heartbreak.
Mm-hmm. Look at Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera in this photo is wearing a what looks to be like a flamingo.
It looks really nice. It's a cross between Elmo and Big Bird. And to me, the picture looks like it would have been 4 chins ago, I think. She's very skinny there.
You are correct.
Now she has that truck sound when she backs up. Beep, beep.
Listen, for all of the curvy ladies, speaking on behalf of...
Come on.
Suck it, Bob.
You're not Christina Aguilera.
Suck it, Bob. And also, P. Diddy was at the MTV Awards.
P. Diddy.
Where is he now? What's he doing?
He changed his name. He's gone undercover.
Again?
What is he, just Sean Combs now?
I guess so. Now he has a clothing line or something.
50 Cent is only worth 10 cents, as far as I'm concerned now. We don't see this guy.
Yeah, he disappeared.
He's got a bandana with a gangsta hat on.
Yeah. So,
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
But, like, some of the artists that I found in the same years, like we were saying, Norah Jones, Dixie Chicks, Avril Lavigne. Yeah. I guess she could still. She had an album
She's
a while
engaged
ago.
to Chad Kroeger now from Nickelback.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Nelly. Is Nelly still? He had the Band-Aid under his eye. Is it healed?
He did.
It's
he
healed.
did.
Is
it was
still
getting hot
there?
in here. I don't know. It must have gotten too hot in here, so he left.
It got hot enough that he got enough money. He is never going to rap again.
That's true.
Of course, Bruce Springsteen is still
around. Bruce.
Coldplay. Not so much.
Isn't Gwyneth Paltrow married to the Coldplay guy?
Is she?
Oh, no. Who am I thinking of?
She's
married to Chris
somebody.
Martin. Is that Coldplay?
I don't know.
God, why don't I know this?
Or is it Bush X? Which we saw a thing the other night with all the old people. What's Soul Decision? Maybe it's the guy from Soul Decision that she's married. Where do these bands come from? B44? I've never heard of this stuff. Eve? Is Eve still? Did Eve get killed? What happened?
She did not.
She was one of the Rough Riders, wasn't she?
No.
Clips. I've never heard of Clips, but I looked them up, and Clips actually had a CD out in 2012.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they have out then? Lord Willing.
Lord Willing.
I don't know. I've never heard
from
of them.
Star Trek Records, arrested. Toby Keith, he had an album out. James Taylor, he'll still put something out. Linkin Park.
Never heard from it ever again. Pink's got a new album out.
John Mayer.
John Mayer just broke up with Katy Perry.
Oh, really? Is she going to write a song about it?
She might. She might call up Taylor Swift.
But one of these things that I found very interesting, you talk about the music industry, and back then it was listed as Where Are They Now, and probably still it's Where Are They Now. But TV star Emmanuel Lewis, you remember the kid from Webster? The little guy?
I loved him.
He had a record company at that time. This is like...
In 2003.
In 2003, going back, and it said his Flex Floss Entertainment label, specializing in pop, R&B, and gospel, recently signed its first artist.
Who was the first artist?
I tried to look it up, and basically the internet told me to go to hell. It kept logging out, and then it said, "Oh, there's a problem. Check for the problem," and it would not load this company. So I'm gathering it doesn't exist anymore.
Damn it! I was hoping I would get signed.
I wanted to see if it was like Beyonce or something, and he said, "I never make money with you." I don't know, but Webster. I was just looking up stuff about him. Did you know that Webster? Maybe this was
Emmanuel Lewis. Yes.
Emmanuel Lewis on his own record label, perhaps. But he was actually, they say Hasselhoff is big in Germany.
Hasselhoff is huge in Germany. Get that right.
Well, Webster, Emmanuel Lewis, is big in Japan.
Really?
He actually had 2 singles out. One was called City Connection, and it went to number 2 on the charts.
In Japan?
Yeah, now I don't know what was behind it or in front of it.
What was number 1? Maybe Hasselhoff B-side?
Psy's uncle. That guy, I don't know.
No, he's from Korea.
He's from Korea. Well, he could still make the charts.
That's true.
I mean, Emmanuel Lewis is from here. And did you know that the father that just passed away,
Yes.
I can't remember his name. But
That guy.
That guy. He was a football player in that.
Oh, Dick Butkus?
No, not Dick. But he was on
Is he dead?
My Two Dads. But no, Alex Perez.
Oh, yes, yes.
The woman that he was married to in the show
Yes.
was actually his real wife, and she's
Yes.
from Canada.
Yes, that I knew.
Now I feel bad for her because she lost him. I'm
Aw.
assuming she's still around. I don't know. She's probably listening to the show. But getting back to Webster,
Emmanuel
Lewis, he is not doing too well, I guess. About a year ago, he lost his house in Fayette County. I don't know where he lives.
Because he's probably, still paying taxes on all the money he must have made from that record label he started.
Do you think he has screw you money?
No.
But I'm just wondering, I hope he didn't have this house specially made because
Is he a
the
little
bank will
person?
never sell it. Yes, he's only 4'3". If he had, as he says, cathedral ceilings, but for him, it's a very small place. You couldn't put a motorcycle in there. But no, I did not know this about Emmanuel Lewis. He is big into karate, kickboxing, taekwondo.
I would learn how to kick too if I was only 4'3".
And he actually trained, this is like a trivia question on him. He actually trained in the same gym in Los Angeles as Wayne and Janet Gretzky. Guess who is the teacher of the class? This is great. Billy Blanks.
I have Tybo. I have Tybo on DVD with Billy Blanks.
Did he not? He lied about all of his qualifications, did he not?
I don't know, but he had a ripped body, so he must have been doing something right.
I think he was an extra on Good Times, and then he said that he was this karate guy. But yeah, so I was reading about, and then I guess it sounds like Emmanuel Lewis's last little claim to fame. He was on South Park, and he played the voice of the head of Webster's Dictionary. That's kind of cool. And he had a surreal life thing. But as we were talking about people that won awards, his was not quite 10 years ago. His was going back to 1987. Webster, Emmanuel Lewis, was up for an award, got beat by Kirk Cameron.
Oh, Kirk Cameron.
How could you beat Mike
I used to love
Seaver?
you.
You can't.
I used to love you, you homophobic ass.
Well,
Anyway.
that's Mike Seaver.
Yeah.
But the year before, you lay into this guy. This guy also beat Webster. Webster's only been nominated twice for Emmys. And then the year before, beating by Kirk Cameron, he was beat by Skippy, Mark Price, from Family Ties. Pretty much, I'd be buying a gun to put to my head. Because Skippy is a nobody. Apparently comes to Canada and does stand-up every once in a while. No one in LA realizes he's funny because he never does stand-up. And an interesting thing, a friend of mine does stand-up at the Comedy Store, and we were talking when I was down there. Skippy bought, you remember there was a movie, The Long, Long Trailer?
No.
It was Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. It was done probably in the 60s. I saw it before, and it's this movie about this long, long trailer that I guess they try to get up the hills of Mulholland Drive and everything. It's a funny movie. It's this long, long, long trailer. Anyways, he bought the long, long trailer, and he lives in it, apparently, in the mountains.
Skippy?
Yes. Yes.
Let's buy it from him.
I don't know. And there was another story how...
And then we can drive it to Canada. That would be funny.
Yeah, I found this odd because I would assume he would make money as Skippy, but maybe not. At one time, Mark Price, Skippy, was living in the guest house of Michael J. Fox's stunt double. Stunt double.
What stunts did Alex P. Keaton do?
I don't know, but...
Or was it Back to the Future stunts, maybe?
Taylor Swift, if you're listening, if the guy has a son, take that guy.
Go for it. Go for it.
Michael J. Fox's son's extra. Write an album. I don't know. So I think that's just about it in our flashback.
That was fun looking back, yeah.
It was very fun. And
now
surprisingly, a lot of the people are not that big of screw-ups.
Yeah.
They're still around.
So we'll have to hang on to some of the magazines that I bought in the last week. And then in 10 more years, we'll do a look back at today.
Just think, 10 years from now, where will Lindsay Lohan be?
I hope nowhere near our daughter.
Yeah, and I hope that her father is not around either anymore.
Yeah.
Michael Lohan.
Yeah, is she in jail? Did she go to jail?
I don't know. Who knows? Last week she was having
Yeah,
lunch with the Pope, wasn't she?
We'll make sure to buy some Lindsay Lohan-based magazines, and then we'll look back in 10 years and
Keep
see
them
what
in a
the
time
hell
capsule.
happened to her. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell will happen to her, but you can only imagine. She already looks a lot older than she is, so I guess it'll just go on and on. I bet she should be featured in World Weekly News pretty soon, if she hasn't been already.
If she's lucky.
Yeah.
she'll get some press still.
That's what I would like to do next time. World Weekly News Story, weird news stories. You know, when, some guy said he would never die and then he got hit by lightning on the toilet. An embarrassing way to go. Stuff like that.
It's heartwarming.
Man
Bob.
lives with chicken his whole life. Stuff like that.
Heartwarming.
Families frayed by skunk.
We'll see what we can come up with.
Sues
next
the
week.
city. Whatever. I don't know. There's got to be something funny out there. Anyways, we should wrap it up. This has been Romeo Radio one more time, and it is the Bob and Annie Show. I am Bob.
I'm Annie.
We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.